On the way to Key Commons, Trouble Wars, Happy Stream, Mine, Paul Penitentiary. I'm here, the guy right here. Introduce yourself.
I'm Jeffrey Hooks.
Hey, Jeffrey, where you from, Jeffrey? Where were you born, Jeffrey?
I was born and raised in Lucha, Jamaica. We came to these states, the United States, when I was 7 years old.
Now, Jeffrey, so we trying to help the kids by like put down the guns, and people like, cause the guns kill 250,000 people worldwide every year. So we trying to move over here so you get some more of the sun. So I see, yeah. Now you told me, Jeffrey, you've been shot. How many times you been shot?
I've been shot over 8 times on different occasions.
You were shot 8 different times?
Yes, sir. I was left for dead. Out of the 8 times I've been shot, 5 of those 8 times I was left on the streets of New York for dead.
So you from New York City?
That's where I was born. That's where I was raised at.
What kind of lifestyle were you in?
I was in a lifestyle where I didn't care about no one, not even myself. I had an attitude that I didn't want to talk. I'd rather take your life.
So you've been independent. Was you using the penitentiary?
I did 14 years in the federal penitentiary, day for day. The judge sentenced me back in 1989. He sentenced me to 14 years to life in the federal penitentiary because of the lifestyle I lived.
Now, what kind of lifestyle? Tell us about the lifestyle that you was caught in with it too.
The lifestyle I was caught in was drugs, alcohol, gun running. A lot of gang banging stuff was going on in my life. I had a lot of anger, resentment. I really didn't care because I didn't even know how to love. I would rather kill you instead of talk to you. I was also one of the people, I guess what you would say today, that if you didn't walk like I thought you should walk, I'll smack you in your mouth.
So you was about react. You was full of anger. You said
full of anger and bitterness. When what generated and caused that was I was 18 years old and they shot my twin brother dead, thinking it was me. He was defenseless.
Oh, they killed your brother?
Yes, they killed my twin brother right in the driveway.
How many times did your brother get shot?
He had got shot 31, 32 times.
Wow.
And these was all with automatic weapons. Back then, they was carrying 45 automatics.
So you a miracle, because you told me you got a plate in the back of your head?
Yes, I have a plate in the back of my head. From the middle of my skull, to the back, as you can see the dent in it. All this back here is hollow.
Yeah.
You can probably still see the scar where they had to sew it up.
Wow.
God walked up on me trying to make a mark or make a name for himself, and he pulled the trigger. I was so high and coked up that I still squeezed off 6 shots, and I killed them. Wow. They didn't catch me for that crime, but they knew I had something to do with it.
So you knew Frank Matthew, the guy?
I grew up with Frank Lucas. I knew Nicky, a lot of them.
Nicky Barnes.
Nicky Barnes. We also had this guy named McClaw up there. My street name back then, they called me the Reaper. I had a lot of crazy demonic tattoos on my body, but I thank God today I had them removed. It has a lot of demonic stuff on my body. So I had the Grim Reaper with a sickle with the devil's head on it bleeding.
Wow! So now,
right on this side of my
face. Now you trust in God. You believe in God now.
Now I believe in God more so than ever because I now know.
So what advice you got for the young people out here that's trying to get caught with a lifestyle and walk around carrying guns? Because what advice you got for the young people right now, the teenagers, that's so they won't go the same path you took up?
My best advice that I could give them is think. Don't be a follower. Learn to be a leader. If you can become your own leader, right, and no matter what your crew say, no matter what they call you, right, you got to understand you are valuable. You are valuable assets to our heritage and our background. The streets is gonna be there. You go spill your blood on a block today, but when you get up there in age as I am, you got that same piece of concrete gonna be there, and you'll be long forgotten.
Now, how old are you now?
I'm 61 years old now.
61 years old now. And what's the shirt? What the shirt say?
My shirt says, "I didn't choose to be black. I just got lucky."
Okay.
I wear stuff like that because I got lucky as an African American man.
And when when you care about people's approval, you got in prison. What you think of yourself is much more important than what think about you. So I'm glad you sit in the sun right here enjoying life today on Memorial Day. So a lot of people have died from gun violence. Like I say, guns was essential, but the peace that come from God was through change and stuff. And he's a guy from New York City. He had a big name in New York City. He knew all the guys knew him and feared him in New York City. Now he's out here trying to tell the young guys to put down the guns pick up a book and read, pray, and meditate. I tell you, I told you to read something every day. So remember to read that every day.
I read it every day.
Yeah.
I do it consistently.
Yeah.
You know, and I got someone in my corner that when they see me wandering in my mind, they like pull me up. That's a good thing for me. You know, especially in the day, being in the process of this recovery, right? I need to let y'all know that recovery is not just for people that have drug addiction. We can recover from losses, pain, tough times. We have to understand that the tough times is only going to last for a moment. But once we get past that moment, there's joy on the other end. You know, as the young men out here, we need to be standing up and accountable and become responsible for the children we're making. You know, and these women are not B's and B's and H's, man. These are women. These are the ones we put our seed in to keep our nation strong. It's time for us to stand up and be counted as men and young men in our society. That's one of the, I believe that one place that will stop some of this violence though.
So Vice Scott, we down here in Chicago. I'm down here. One of the guys from remember we got from Jamaica. Remember we had a Jamaican friend of ours got murdered and tortured for the marijuana business. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. We know a lot of guys died at an early age, but like I said, it's cool to be a square and slow as best, man. This is guy from New York City that turned his life around one day at a time. So if he can change, anybody can change.
Anybody can do it.
Right, Scott, Chicago, cool to be a square.